Hello, welcome back to another video. Glad you're here. Today what I'm going to do is I've got this ring blank. We'll leave a link in the description for how to make a ring blank with the wrapped wood or bent wood, whatever you want to call it. I'll leave a link down in the description of this video for that to show how to make this. But what I want to do is I want to take this piece of resin. It's kind of a pink and blue mixture that I had made. It's a cut off piece of stuff that I've used off other projects. And essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off and make a ring out of it, and then I'm going to take down some of the thickness here, and then this will have a hole in it, and it will go over top of it, making kind of not necessarily inlay, but like I guess an overlay. But basically what's going to be is this is going to be on part of the ring, and then there will be wood and resin showing on the outside of the ring when it's done. So let's just go on and get started on that, and we'll take a look at it at the end and see what it looks like. Just want to jump in real quick. What I'm going to do, like I said, this is going to have a hole drilled in it, and for whatever size ring you're making, you can get real close to kind of what you're going for as far as making this hole a certain size to start with, and then working this down on the lathe for this to fit on it. So what I'm going to do is when I drill this hole, it's going to be a specific size. You know, just for the video, I'm not doing a specific size for anything, but what I'll do is I'll make this a certain size so it'll go on here a little easier, you know, give me an idea of what I'm going for before I actually put it together. So I'm going to drill this hole out, and then we'll get this mounted on the lathe, and we'll get this fit on it, and we'll glue it on, and then probably sand off all the sharp edges, put it back on the lathe, turn it down real smooth, and finish it up and put a finish on it, super glue finish, CA finish, whatever you want to call it. So let's go on and do that. Alright, so now that we've got it to this point to where this will go on here, it's a little bit snug, that's what you want, be able to really just, you know, mash that down in there. But before I do that, I'm going to take medium CA glue, and I'm just going to go in, put a light line all the way around this. It'll push out, there'll be some excess here and there, but that'll all clean up once we do the final lathe work and sanding and everything else. We just really want this to have a good bond. So get it all the way around, set it down, get it lined up here. Work pretty quick. Now you can see it's a good flat flush bond. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the way. I'm going to spray some accelerator on it. This will accelerate the glue setting process. It'll go on and set the super glue up. So now it's ready to move on with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the little excuse me, the little disc sander that you've seen me use before. I'm going to put it on that and knock these corners off, and I'm going to sand it down real close to, you know, almost right up to the wood, and then I'll put it back on the lathe and turn it down and just really clean everything up here. And then from there it'll just be a matter of sanding it down and putting a CA finish on it. You can see it doesn't have to be perfect. It's mainly just to get it pretty much round so that when I put it on the lathe it doesn't, you know, wobble too bad. And I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time with the lathe taking this stuff down. Same thing in here. I'll just take that off with the lathe. That'll be pretty easy to come off. And then like I said, I'll get everything cleaned up and shortened down and all that, and then put a finish on it and it'll be ready to go. there it is, all finished up. You can see the shine on it. You can see the light reflecting off of it. The CA finish really does puts a good glossy finish on it, and you can see overall it's kind of, you know, half and half. As far as on the outside, when you're wearing it, you'll see the, you know, half resin and half wood. You can kind of actually see some of the wood through it, you know, where this resin, where actually there was some clear resin in it too. But it really just makes kind of a neat effect overall. Just a really neat ring, I think. Something fun and easy to do. You know, leftover pieces of resin, you know, add them to a ring and make something out of them. I'll get some pictures at the end and kind of show a little better detail, and you can see it real good. But yeah, there you go. That's going to do it for another one. Thank you all for stopping by. If you like the content here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And then when you subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified of the upcoming videos. Thank you all. We'll see you next time. Take care.